Good afternoon, family, and welcome back to Godspeed. Today is Friday, May 19th, and you already know what that means. We get together on another market review for the Lexus LC500. Tonight, I've got three LCs that not only have dropped prices this week, but in addition to their already lower prices, I've reached out and I'm excited to say that I got us a few additional discounts that anyone looking to pick up either of these vehicles can absolutely take advantage of. So first up, we've got our 2020 LC500. Guys, this one is absolutely not new to anybody who's been following the channel. It's got our sports package, Nightfall Mica with the Riojo red Alcantara interior. And the price dropped this week by $1,000. But I reached out to our friends at JNS Auto Haus Group, and they have been generous enough to offer any of our Godspeed members an additional $500 off, which takes their already low $68,995 down to $68,495. So I'm extremely excited about it. I'm not going to spend a lot of time talking about the vehicle because, guys, we have spent an amazing amount of time on this car, and rightfully so. One thing I am going to say, however, is I was listening to some of the 2024 press release, and the reality is they're not going to build Nightfall Mica on the 2024s. Not because this is not a beautiful color, but because they're going to come out with a new blue. What's that structural blue 2.0. So it's already a new blue color, and having too many blue options are just not necessary. So I think this is going to be tremendous value for this particular color. You know, we already have limited quantities of this vehicle, and now to not be able to get Nightfall Mica, I think it absolutely gives a little bit more exclusivity to this color. So just something to think about. Okay. All right. If we go all the way to the right, we talked about this vehicle last week, but we're talking about it again this week because they dropped the price. Okay, this one's a 2018 LC500. This one's got the performance package. So if you guys recall from last week, all of the bells and whistles, the 2021 forged wheels, we got the carbon scuff plates on the interior, we got the carbon fiber roof liner, we got the retractable spoiler, all those goodies. This one's actually in that smoky granite mica. I mean, it looks absolutely amazing. Has the black Alcantara interior, so we got that black on black thing going on with this one. And then, guys, they dropped the price to $64,900. But listen, I reached out to my friend and asked if they would be willing to provide an additional discount for our Godspeed members, and they agreed to drop it an additional $901, which takes this vehicle to $63,999. Okay, if you guys recall, if I'm not sure, I think this one has about 38,000, 40,000 miles on it. Double check on this, but all of these vehicles are clean, no accidents reported, low ownership. So absolutely take a look at that vehicle if you are looking for a top of the line 2018, less than average miles, and guys, $63,000. Love that. And then last but not least, I want to talk about one that we haven't actually spoken about on the channel here in a few weeks. But this one's a 2018 sports package, right? So caviar exterior, which you got to check out the pictures on this one because the beautiful pictures taken by my friend Robert out here. He's the owner of the shop that actually has this vehicle. Black interior with the Alcantara. I think this one has the glass top. Remember the sports package can have the glass top, excuse me, or the carbon fiber top. Now, let's talk about the elephant in the room here for a moment. This one does have higher miles. We talked last week about these miles, and we said 50,000 miles is about average on this vehicle. Most drivers who use this vehicle as a daily, the average is like 14,000 miles per year. So if you look at that, this one's actually about on par for someone who's driving it daily. But the thing I want to call out here is that we've got a clean two-owner vehicle. When you look at the pictures, this car is spotless, inside and outside. So what we've got is we've got someone who really appreciated the vehicle, who really loved the vehicle, and they enjoyed it, right? They drove it every day. and it's got 83,000 miles on it. But let's talk about the price. $56,388. Now, I spoke with Robert, and while he wasn't in a position to provide me a specific number, he did mention that the seller is absolutely motivated on this one. So potentially, if you're interested in the vehicle and you're in the area, you test drive the vehicle, he's entertaining offers, and I believe that there's a great chance that you get this vehicle in that $55,000 price range. Absolutely amazing. So, guys, we got a tremendous episode tonight. We've seen a great bit of change in the market. I want to walk you all through that. I want to talk a little bit too about the actual 2024s, because in the chats we've been back and forth talking about what do we think the changes are going to, how we think those changes rather are going to impact the values of some of the pre-2024 models. And I've got some new pictures that are actually looking really good, so we'll definitely talk about that. But guys, it's Friday. I can't wait to get into this one. So do me a favor, hit the like button. Make sure you subscribe. We got so many views. I really appreciate those views, family. If you are watching the show, do us a favor and hit that like button, and please subscribe so that our numbers look good and we can just see that we're making the right impact in the community. So do that for me, and let's get into it. All right, fam, let's take a look and see how the market is looking for mid-May. All right, so guys, I got to call out number one that the summer price increases, right, straight out of the gate. I told you guys that summer pricing is when, sometimes we see an inflation in prices because when it gets hot, people really want to have something nice to step out in. So obviously as the demand increases, so do prices. But what I can tell you right now is I'm not seeing that as of the 19th of May. So, I'm seeing prices that are still dropping, right? And we're going to walk through several of those this evening. So we got a 2018 here. We talked about this last week. These 2018s are the exception. They're hitting the market at higher prices. I'm seeing way more new entries at over $70,000 than ever before. But I got to call out the 2021 here because you don't see these cadmium oranges that often. And let me tell you, this car is absolutely gorgeous, right? Loving this thing. It looks beautiful. 83,000 miles. I'm sorry, $83,000. Definitely not, it's only 20,000 miles. But this is the performance package. We talked about it last week. This has got all the bells and whistles, every single option that you can think of. It's got the black Alcantara interior, which looks stunning on that orange exterior. Yeah, that's a special color. So if you're looking for something unique, right? Something that it's not white, it's not black, it's not silver. This cadmium orange is definitely a great option. It's got the bespoke black, which is actually a little different from the regular black interior. So absolutely take a look at that one. Right, here's a 2018 for $68,000. This is that touring package that we talked about last week. You can tell based on the 20-inch option wheels that we see on the vehicle, right? This one's got the aniline leather interior in it, the red one. Again, a great option here for someone who is looking for that touring package. Very nice piece right there. And then here's the one that we talked about in the intro, right? And I'm just going to show some pictures. I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time talking about it, but I am going to show some pictures because like I told you guys, I mean, the car's condition is immaculate. I mean, look at the reflection in the paint. I love it because we already got tinted windows on here. That's at least a $500 incentive right there for you, or a fee rather that you wouldn't have to pay picking this one up from someone who's already done it. Right, this one's got the black leather interior. It's got a glass top. I'm sorry, I said black leather, but I meant to say black leather and the black Alcantara as well. Glass top on this one. So again, a great option, especially if you take, again, we don't have an exact amount that we can get off on this vehicle, but absolutely, you know what I'm saying, call our friends out here at NGFF Automotive Corporation, and definitely, talk to them in McKinney, Texas, and see what they can come off that vehicle, right? Like I said, definitely they have a motivated seller right there, so look into that vehicle if you're looking for an affordable option that's actually been very, very well taken care of. All right, 28 pricing, like I told you guys, we're definitely seeing these prices. A few additional ones, but in higher miles. So, for instance, we got a 2018 right here, $62,000. It's got 65,000 miles on it. As we spoke last week, that's a little bit above average, but this one is a certified pre-owned vehicle, so you absolutely get some goodies right there. Here's that white one that we showcased last week. I think the price actually dropped just a little bit on that one as well this week. So it's a little cheaper than what we even previewed last week. Here's another 2018 for 64,000. This one's got 31,000 miles on it. Not a bad option there. And, to be honest with you, we do actually have a few really nice options in the mid 60s right here. This is an option in Arizona, white with the black package. White, and of course, that's the white wheels. This one's the black wheels, rather. This one's got tint already. Also, on this one, it looks like this one's L certified. So you're going to get all of those coverages that, for your next 20,000 miles or for services, whichever comes first. And that's not a bad deal at that price point. Here's another one, black interior, 55,000 miles, coming in at 65,000. Little bit higher than you would expect, but again, we've got a very clean option. That's the Caviar. Love that spoiler. That looks like the Lexus OEM carbon fiber spoiler. That's about $1,000 right there. Not to mention probably several $100s to get installed. We've got the tint already done on this vehicle, which looks extremely clean. That's at least $500 like we've talked about. And I call out those extra bonuses because let's face it, some of these additions, a lot of people are going to do to their vehicle. So if you're looking at a vehicle and it's already got some of those done to it, it's not like it takes the price down of the car, but it kind of helps to compensate, any additional pricing that you might pay for it. Now, here's an interesting 2019, 17,000 miles. This one's got a salvage report. So if you guys recall, we had been looking at a white salvaged one, 2018, out at this shop. So I don't know if the other one was a flood vehicle. I don't know if this one's a flood vehicle also, but the salvage title ones at this price point, they just seem a bit tricky. So don't know that I would advise that for anyone. All right, let's take a look and see what the 2019s and 2020s are doing. Again, some very attractive. The price definitely went down on this one. This one's actually close to me. 68,500. This is the white. I think this is a sport package. Yep, sport package on this one. 33,000 miles. And is it certified? Doesn't say certified, but clean title, 0 accidents, 3 previous owners. That's some really low miles for 3 owners. But definitely take a look at that vehicle. I think that's a solid offering, especially from the dealership, and more than likely actually that's Toyota. That's why it's not certified. Okay. So, I've got to actually change my stance looking at the market this week. While we absolutely still have some 2018 models that are in the low 70s, there's a tremendous amount of opportunities that are under $70,000 with some very low miles. Obviously, we're starting to see the 2019s creep into the under 70,000 mile options as well. When we look at the 2021s, I mean, again, this market is absolutely positioned highly favorable for the 2021s. We've got several of them out here that have dropped this week in price, and I'm going to show you those here in just a moment. Let me talk real quickly about some of the the impacts that we might see in the market for anything that is not a 2024. So maybe the 2023s and beyond, right? We had talked about this a few times on the channel, and we were concerned about if the new additions that Lexus is going to be bringing to the 24 models is going to have a negative impact on the market. If you guys recall that the SC430s, which was a tremendously sought after vehicle in its time, it was debuted in 2002 and then in 2006 received a small facelift. Now, when this happened, the preferred option absolutely became the 2006. If you guys recall, we got a change in the front bumper, a change in the rear bumper, interior was a little nicer, and it just became the sought after models, 2006 to 2010. You know, we were concerned if we were going to see that happen on the 2024s for the Lexus LC500. I want to say thank you to my brother Kirk over at Car News and Reviews for the updates this week on the 2024. I'll leave a link in the video to his, or rather I'll leave a link in the description to his video, because what we can see now is some much better pictures of, you know, the aspects that could potentially cause the value to reduce in those 2023 and earlier models. And so, you know, you can see on screen right now, we're seeing a better view of this new 12.3 inch touchscreen monitor. And I've got to tell you, you know, it looks a lot better than the original photos made it out to be. You know, I originally was kind of dinging it because I didn't feel like it was as aesthetically as designed as the previous models. And a part of me still holds true to that feeling. However, looking at this thing, I don't think that anybody's going to have a problem getting over the previous version and now having a touchscreen that's larger and it's planted right there for the driver to interact with, right? The other options is we've got some new exterior colors. We got the ultrasonic blue 2.0 and the copper crest. You know, this ultrasonic looks impeccable, especially in the convertible. But the interior color is going to be dark rose. Now, I won't lie, this looks beautiful, right? It's a little more red than what you see in either of the Rojo or the Riho and the circuit red interiors, which I absolutely like. So I think that this is going to be an attractive option. Now, would I say that it's going to be enough to cause the same reaction to the SC430s? Or even what we saw with the GSs, right? When the GSs came out in 2013, they had a refresh in 2016 that was absolutely dynamic, okay? I personally, guys, because these are just some additional options on color, which we've seen before, additional interior color options, which we've seen before, the only interior change that we're seeing now is a larger screen. Here's the deal. I don't think that if you have the larger screen, you're going to be upset. I don't think if you don't have the larger screen, you're going to be upset. I think it's just two different options, right? I don't think it's enough for us to see any negative impact to previous LC models. You know, what I haven't seen just yet, and I'm sure Kirk's going to review this once he gets more information about it, is, you know, that new white exterior color. And, you know, they had a few minor flares to the exterior. I think there was a couple little bits and pieces that they're going to put to the body parts. But again, until they change the bumper, front and rear, add a kit, in my opinion, and add some wheels that absolutely, you know, are dramatically different than the ones that we all have grown to love, the 2021, or the 21 options. I personally don't think we've got anything that's going to be dramatic enough to actually cause a negative impact in the previous models. But let me know what you guys think, right? I think once we see these on the street, we'll be able to even, you know, see this and experiment this a little bit better. So, you know, you can start doing orders on the 2024s in June, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know when exactly we're going to see those actually hit the market, or hit the road rather. Probably going to be later this year, maybe in Q4. You might start seeing a few folks capture some of them, and then the larger quantities will be on the streets, obviously, in January of next year. But really think that it's some great options. It's going to give some more unique flavors to the LC500, but absolutely don't think it's enough to cause, kind of like the conversations that we have with the new iPhone. So is the iPhone 15 have enough changes from the iPhone 14 to make you upgrade? I don't know. I don't know that this definitely doesn't have enough to make me sell my 2018 and go get a 2024, if nothing else, because of the price jump, right? But I don't even think from a feature perspective it's quite enough. Now, will I appreciate and enjoy, and can I not wait to sit in somebody else's 2014 and go for a ride and enjoy all the newness that the 2024 has to offer? You better believe it. So any of you guys who pick up one of those, as soon as you grab it, let me know. I'd love to take a ride with you. All right, family. I want to thank our subscribers. So as you can see, I've added a little call out screen on screen that we've been seeing the entire time. Really appreciate you all. Andrew, brother, I definitely appreciate you and appreciate the video of your 2019 LC500 with the performance package. Congratulations on that. I absolutely love the color, love the tint, love the carbon fiber grille. Family, if you own an LC500, or if you've got another vehicle that you want to show off on the channel, send me a video. Andrew, I love the way you did it. He actually created a YouTube video and sent me the link super easy, right? So tonight, we're going to sign off with an amazing walk around video of Andrew's LC500. Family, everyone have a tremendous weekend. I love you guys. Be safe. Godspeed.
Mm-hmm.